Hi everybody, welcome to our final video for English 3010 online. I can't believe it, we're already at the final week of class. And in this video, I'll try not to cry. I know you're all gonna miss me so much when this class is over, and I will miss you too. But we are getting to an exciting time. You guys just turned in Project 4. I'm going to be grading that this week and catching up on some other grades, especially the CLC grades. I haven't forgotten about those. I'm posting the showcase grades this week, never fear. But in this video, I want to talk to you guys about the Project 5 assignment. We'll walk through the assignment prompt. We will look at the week 15 game plan, the week 15 activities, and then I want to do a short demo to sort of lead you guys through the process of adding things to your portfolio, which most of you have already been through, but if you're among those very few who are slightly panicking because you haven't added anything to your portfolio yet, you know who you are. Don't worry, you still have time. It's going to be a little bit more work. It's going to take you a little bit more effort, but you'll be able to complete it in plenty of time. So I'm going to pull us into our Canvas view and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to take us through is the Project 5 Reflective Letter and Portfolio Assignment Prompt. So this project is meant to be mostly a reflection of the things that you feel you have learned this semester. So you're the driver, and if we want to think about the rhetorical situation for this project, the triangle that we've come to know and love this semester, the author is you, obviously. Hopefully that was obvious. The audience for this project is me. So you can consider me your audience. The purpose for this, though, this is part of the key here. The purpose is not to like butter me up or tell me like, oh, this is such a fun class. Oh yeah, I feel really good about it. The purpose here, I'm looking for you to be able to make a claim about what you have learned in this class and support that claim with evidence. So this is a move that we've been working on for a while. You guys have especially been working on making claims about a topic in your discourse community, and you've been supporting it with evidence from other sources. So this is the same type of move, except the evidence that you're supporting with is your own writing. Okay, so let's look here at the assignment. In this letter and portfolio, your goal, the purpose, is to reflect back on the work you've completed. And I'm asking you to think and write about your research and writing practices and what you've learned in that area. So you can begin to think through these questions as you're thinking about writing your reflective letter. So before this class, what did you know about reading and writing and researching in your discipline, in your discourse community? Did you know what you wanted to learn? Did you have goals for this class? And then this is the big one. What did you actually learn? This is where the artifacts from your portfolio are really going to serve as your evidence for what you learned. For example, if you say, I really learned that in my discourse community of, say, pharmacy, one of the main ways that pharmacists present their research is in a quantitative study. Okay, great. You can tell me that all day long, but where in your own work can I see evidence of that? Can I see it in your Project 2, where you were reading really closely an article from the discourse community of pharmacy and you noticed that their main way of evidence was that quantitative study? Can I see it in your Project 4, when you are designing your own methods and have designed a quantitative study because of your discourse community. Point to the evidence in your own work from the semester. And as you point to that, you can start to see, how has your writing changed? I was just talking to a couple of graduate students just this morning, and they were talking about how even though some of their writing assignments have been really hard for them this semester, they can see that their writing got better. So point the way. Where has your writing gotten better? Where has it kind of gotten stuck, right? That's useful evidence too. So think about the writing and research practices that you've engaged in. They can be any of these things, from brainstorming, organizing, and pre-writing, to the actual drafting, narrowing topics, generating your research sources, framing the scholarly conversations, and on and on and on. This is not a definitive list of things that you could talk about having grown in or having learned this semester. In fact, it might be a good idea to go back to our syllabus and look at our course learning outcomes, because those have lots of small pieces that you can point to as, okay, this is an area where I know I've grown. So, of course, you're going to organize and connect this letter to your portfolio, and you're going to use those course learning objectives in your reflections. So you're going to want to reflect on how you grew in writing. That's one of our course learning objectives. You're going to want to point to how you grew in reading, how you grew in researching, and how you grew in reflecting. Okay, so take yourself back to the syllabus, review those course learning outcomes, and use those as your section headers for this letter. You don't have to write about the whole objective. You can just pick a few key pieces, because like we said, I was talking to some people at the showcase, and I was reminding you guys that those objectives are packed. We really have high standards for the goals that we set for English 3010. So really zero in on the things that were most important to you in those course learning outcomes. Okay, so in your assignment prompt, of course, you're going to want to take time to do your best practices of writing. These letters should be addressed to me. They should be formal letters, and they should follow the genre conventions of a letter. And definitely they should also use the disciplinary formatting requirements of your discourse community that you've been practicing with all semester. Now, you definitely need to reference at least 2 major projects, and one of which you want it to be the formal proposal. So you definitely want to talk through something in Project 4 that really showcases your learning. You definitely want to correctly cite anything that you're doing. You're citing yourself as though you're the author. It's your choice what to include, so make sure that you're picking things that actually resonate and are authentic to your learning. The second thing is that you want to have a main claim about your learning. Did you feel like you grew more in one outcome than any of the others? Do you feel like there were some difficulties and challenges, and that's what helped you to grow? Either way, you really want everything to kind of hang together around a central claim. And then the third thing is that you want to workshop this with your peers. This has been such an important way for us to give and receive feedback this semester. And so I tell you what, if you peer review your reflective letter by Friday night, I'll give you extra credit. So it's a final, one last little boost, an extra credit activity that will also be really beneficial and help you make your reflective letters a lot stronger. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about this week's activities, which, as you can see, are pretty focused. Basically, you're writing and revising your letters, and you're finalizing your portfolio, getting everything ready to turn in this coming Sunday. So by Wednesday, of course, you want to have watched this video and write your first draft. By Friday, for extra credit, you can participate in the discussion forum for peer review, giving your fellow classmates some really good feedback, receiving some good feedback so that you can revise your letters and post your reflective letter and your portfolio link to Canvas. All right, so now let's talk about this portfolio, okay? So you're in OneDrive, and this is just an example portfolio shell. Everybody has this exact same setup in your shell. So you have folders here, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Anybody know what those stand for? If you said projects, you're right. So we have a folder for each different project that you worked on, along with process work. Now, I would recommend just slapping in either the link to your final draft or the actual final draft of these projects in every folder, including P5. So plop your reflective letter in here. That way everything will be posted to Canvas and in OneDrive. So it's kind of like double duty. This folder called process work, this is where you will put all the other little things, right? Anything else that you've been shoving into your portfolio. Anytime I've given you a prompt that says, let's take a portfolio moment, and I asked you to look back, is there anything that you worked on, any kind of process work, a project builder, a reflection letter, a reading response, peer feedback, anything along the way that you did in the process of making it to that final project, you can put it in here as a demonstration of your learning and growth. So pretend you're student X, or I'll pretend I'm student X, okay? And so maybe I have this student sample is my student sample of project 4. So I'm just going to go in here for project 4. Once I go into the folder, I'm going to hit this upload button, save file, and then I can look through where my project is, if I have it here. What's it called? Student sample. Man, there's a lot of documents on here. Okay. So once you find the correct file, all right, then we'll open it, and it's going to say uploading, and then ta-da, here it is. Whoops, that says project 1. Well, you get the idea. It's really simple. You upload your file into the folder. Then you can head back out to your whole folder. Say you want to add something to process work. Say now I want to add in my Cornell notes from project 3. So again, you're just going to hit upload, hit files. You're going to look through your files. Hopefully you don't have as many crazy files as I do. Good grief. And is everything titled English? All right. So let's see. P. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of things titled with my initials. This is why it's important to organize your documents, right? Okay, what's the doc called? Project 3, Cornell Notes. Project 3. Oh boy. All right, we're just going to call it outline pages. You can upload it. Ta-da! There you go. Okay, so hopefully your files are a lot more organized than mine are. And as you upload them, you're filling in each folder appropriately with process work and with each project. Okay. Whew. That was a little unwieldy, but I'm going to take us out of the Canvas view and close out this video. Okay. Well, I just want to say what a pleasure it has been to be working with you guys in our online 3010 class. I've had a lot of fun making these videos and interacting with you guys via email. I had so much fun seeing everybody in person at our writing showcase. And I'm really excited to read through everybody's Project 4s and Project 5s. I'm really proud of all the hard work you guys have put in this semester. A couple of quick reminders closing out this video. First of all, this week I am only available via Skype for any kind of conference or office hours. So please make sure that if you need to talk to me, I deeply apologize. I won't be in my office really at all the rest of this week. So just shoot me an email and we can set up a Skype appointment, no problem. The other thing is that take advantage of Rayanne's office hours. Your peer mentor is here for you to support you. Hit up the rest of your classmates on your GroupMe chat. Do your peer review. And last but not least, so I know you have a lot of surveys coming your way. You have the peer mentor survey that's already posted to your Canvas announcements. Please, if you have not already filled it out, and thank you to everybody who's filled it out already. If you haven't filled that out yet, please fill that out. Please don't forget to fill out your student evaluations of teaching. Those were released to you last week, so make sure that you are filling those out as well. And finally, there will be one more survey. It's a survey about your experience in our English class and about being a part of the composition learning community. Please take the time to fill that out. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. So 5 minutes for the peer mentor survey, 5 minutes for the composition learning community survey. We'll say 10 minutes for your student evaluations of teaching, just to give you more time to really think about them carefully. Yeah, those are the things. So please remember to do those, and thank you for a great semester. I've really enjoyed our time together in our online classroom, and I look forward to seeing you guys around campus as we move forward in summer and then again in fall. All right. Bye, everybody.